25, there it is, 25 miles per hour. Showing me on the front antenna.
That's what, like a tuning fork?
Yeah, let me do that again. This is a tuning fork for 25 miles an hour, showing me on the front antenna. Coming at.
Hi, my name is Larry Newman. I'm an attorney located in Ithaca, New York. Today I want to talk to you about the defenses to a speeding ticket for radar. Radar is one of the most commonly used ways by police to estimate somebody's speed. But radar has problems. So some of the bigger problems with radar, there's a lot of problems with radar, but some of the bigger problems with radar are, number one, if they put the radar beam on your car, were there other cars on the road, and did they really estimate your speed, or did they estimate the speed of other cars around you before you or after you? So that's the first issue with radar, is did they use the radar on your car? Second issue with radar is, was their radar calibrated both before and after they issued you your particular citation? Now, most people, including police, like to do the least amount of work for the most amount of gain. This is human nature. So they're not going to usually calibrate their radar right before every ticket and right after every ticket. In fact, usually they'll just do it right at the start of their shift and the end of their shift. But they should be, to make sure that the radar gun is working on that particular ticket, on that specific person, both before and after. Now, do some police testify and say that they do it on every single ticket before and after they're issued the ticket? Yes. And then other ones don't, and say, listen, I calibrated it when I first got on shift, and I calibrated it when I got off shift, and it was working fine. Calibration works by using the tuning forks. Problems with tuning forks. This is another issue with the calibration, is if they're very hot or they're very cold, we might have issues with just even how to calibrate the radar unit with a tuning fork. And sometimes upstate, especially in the winter, the tuning forks get really, really cold. So that might be a second way we're talking for radar to have a defense against whether the unit was properly working. We're always talking about, was the unit properly working, number one. Number two is, did the person who was operating the radar properly work the radar? Were they following all the protocols for the radar unit? Now, the radar unit, based upon the book, based upon the manual, and the unit that they use in upstate New York is called the dual stalker. It says we should eliminate interference with the radar. Just like when you're on a plane, they tell everybody, or they used to anyway, tell everybody, turn off your cell phones. We don't want any electronic devices because of radio frequency interference, what we call RFI. And any electronic device could be affected by RFI. So if they had their fan on in the car, whether it was a fan for air conditioning or a fan for heat, or there were other devices on in the car like their cell phone or other radios or other things, those could throw off their radar unit. Now, the thing is, do they turn off everything and sit in an ice cold car or a super hot car to do their particular radar to make sure it's perfectly accurate? Probably not. So these are things that could be talked about, whether to see if there's some reasonable doubt in the case whether the radar unit was properly used to estimate what your speed was. These are just things to think about or to talk about in front of a judge. Remember, a speeding ticket case is going to be a bench trial with just a judge. So anything we can do to bring in reasonable doubts to the accuracy of the reading, whether based upon the method that was used or the actual unit that was used, could be potential defenses. If you have questions about your speeding ticket case within the Finger Lakes region of New York State, these are the cases that I handle. You either give me a telephone call or you can shoot me an email. I'll be more than happy to discuss it with you. And thanks for watching this video.
5 and one's 40 miles an hour.
25. This one on the right is 40. You can see the difference.
Yeah, in the size. Yeah.
Now I'll strike the 40. 40. 40 miles an hour. Front antenna, showing 40 miles an hour.